keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From heated to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up, with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
Yo, what's up, everybody? I am Johnny Rizzo, and you're watching Motorcycle Mayhem Radio National, or you might be listening to us on iHeartRadio or Google, Apple, Spotify. I don't know. It will be on there later on, though. So what's going on, everybody? Let's welcome our guys on the show. We got Bob Johnson. What's up, Bob?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Happy to be here.
Good to see you, man. You looking good?
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here.
We're,
I am getting ready. I actually have a show this weekend.
Do you really? For where? Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm going to Nebraska.
Wow.
It's a 10-hour drive, and I'm taking the trailer, and it's an indoor show, so we're looking forward to it.
Oh,
the
nice.
Midwest Cycle and Motorsports motorcycle show and swap meet.
Sweet, man. But you're also getting ready for Daytona, which is about, what, 5-6 weeks away?
39 days, baby.
39 days away. All right, 39 days.
Yep.
And I can't wait to get down there. I'm going to be down there, and it's going to be awesome. What's up, Mike Barron? I'm looking forward to hopefully no snow, man. Hopefully no snow
No
in
shit.
Daytona. Let's hope, right, Bob?
There you go, man. I hope not.
Let's bring on Lucky. What's up, Lucky?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing very well. I know you know
Good.
about all the bike events out there.
I know about all the bike events. There's a lot of stuff, coming up here, going on. So get ready. We'll talk a little bit about it a little later, but get ready because it's going to be a great year for motorcycle events here in the United States. I mean, there's some big events coming up. There's some new events. About the fires, yeah. Let's just touch on that briefly. We're doing good out here. We're hanging in there. But I just actually got a chance this morning to speak to a good friend of mine who's going through his retirement process with the LA County Fire Department. So they've got him working the public relations desk, which is just a great job because I got all the real information. So just to let you know, the Palisades fire, which was that big gigantic one, that was the first one that started over there in the Malibu Hills. That one is now 61% contained.
Nice.
It's burned about 24,000 acres. 3,400 structures have been completely destroyed. The majority of those were homes. About 800 structures are damaged beyond going back in them at this point. They've got to be fixed before they can go back in them. And 27 people have lost their life in that fire there in the Palisades area. But again, it is 61% contained. The winds have died down a little bit. They are kicking up a little bit. I'm looking out my window here, and they're starting to kick up a little bit this evening. But that's down here by me, and I live in a valley, so hopefully it's not too much up by the fire. The Eden fire, which was a little bit smaller, 14,000 acres have burned. But it was in a much more populous area, so 9,500 structures were completely destroyed.
What about the animals?
And again, the animals, that's a sad story. I mean, most people try to get their animals out. Of course, the smaller animals, the pets that they can put in cars. Sometimes when you're rushing around and doors are left open, I've heard stories about the dog ran out because they panic when they smell the smoke in the fire and they run. And the owners can't retrieve them before they have to get out. And there's been a lot of people that have been doing some great things and going up there and retrieving the animals. And then, of course, in areas like that are in the sparsely populated areas, you got a lot of big properties out there, and there's people that have horses, llamas, I mean, all kinds of strange animals, sheep. I mean, there's this one lady I saw on the news, and she was so sad because she had to leave her, I believe they were sheep or lamb, or I don't even know the difference between those. But when she got back to her house, they were actually, believe it or not, the house was completely destroyed, but they had, managed to maneuver around and stay out of the fire, and they were all there waiting for her. So there's some good stories. The big animals are the hardest ones to get out. There have been a lot of volunteers going out there with horse trailers, and taking them down, and anybody that's got a ranch has been volunteering, of course, the space to house them in. So that fire there has, they got 17 people dead there. Again, 9,500 homes, were completely destroyed. Altogether there was close to 250,000 people that were, evacuated at one time or another. Just to get out of these
Wow.
out of the area. So they were out of homes for a while. So there's still a lot of people and going through a lot of hard times. There's still some people under evacuation orders. There's a lot of people that have lost everything. There's a great, if I want to tell anybody, if anybody is out there, I mean, pretty much everyone here in California knows about it, but if you have friends in California, you want to keep an eye on what's going on. There's an app out there called Watch Duty. It's the most, professional and accurate app that you can get. It's called Watch Duty. You can download it onto your Android or Apple phone, and it shows the fires. You just put your finger on the button, and it'll show you the fire. It'll give you all the latest stats, show you the evacuations in real time. It's updated every few minutes. So it'll show you the evacuation orders that have been lifted. So if you've got a friend in an area, you can zoom in on their house, see if they've got an evacuation order, see if they can go back home or whatever. So it's a great app, but it's not only here for California. It covers the entire country. I was looking, there's fires burning. There's a couple fires burning up in Idaho. There's a couple burning in Arizona. I mean, there's smaller.
Cheating on their girlfriend.
Yeah. And then we just had a new fire kick up today called the Hughes Fire, which is in Lake Castaic. And that one kind of hits me close to home because Lake Castaic is a great park. Actually, the roads all around Lake Castaic, where they filmed a lot of the Sons of Anarchy when they were riding on the open roads out there. And actually, I was up there a couple times, and I was one of those, what do they call them, extras, where they just invite people up there, and they'd always contact me and go, you got a lot, a lot of bikers, and you got a lot of reach here in California. We need like 30 bikes, on the road to be riding past them. And so we'd go up there and we'd ride on the road. So if you look really closely and get a magnifying glass, you could find me on some of those shows. But but that's also where they hosted for over 20 years the Love Ride, which was the biggest single day motorcycle event in the United States. Wow. They would get 20 to 30,000 people to show up for this ride. We started Glendale Harley Davidson, raised a lot of money for local charities here. The celebrities poured out, all the celebrities that ride motorcycles. Jay Leno was the master of ceremonies for years and years and years. Met him many times up there. Lorenzo Lamas, Mickey Jones, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anybody that rode a motorcycle. The stars all came out for this event, and they raised a ton of money. But the ride ended up at Lake Castaic. That's where they had all the great concerts. I've seen some great bands up there. So hopefully they get that fire. Right now it's at it's only at 8,000 acres, which sounds like a lot, but compared to the last two fires we had here, that's pretty small. Wow. But it is 0% contained right now. Okay. The good news is it is it is Lake Castaic, so there's a lake right there. They can literally pick up and drop. You know what?
They had an ocean right by Malibu.
Yeah, but you know what I learned was a lot of they can pick up in those helicopters that have the baskets that hang underneath that pick up water, because those are usually made out of some type of material or cloth. Right. But they can't fill the planes and the scoopers up and stuff because it'll rust the inside of the plane. So salt water will destroy the plane. Those things have to be filled up with so they can't use the super scoopers and drag the ocean, because as we know, anybody that lives in Florida or New Jersey or anywhere where they salt the roads or there's salt water coming in from the ocean, we know what salt water does to metal. So
right,
that's the reason we couldn't use our ocean. So that's about it. But we're doing good. We're safe here. My family is safe, and we're doing good. And we'll talk a little bit about motorcycle events and some really good, happy stuff here in a little while. I'm hearing a whole lot of noise on my end. Is anybody else hearing that noise?
Looking like they got good Wi-Fi. What's up, LJ?
What is going on, guys?
You look good over there tonight.
I'm trying, man. I try. See what I can do. Trying to stay busy, stay healthy in the wintertime, man. It's not much I can do out here. It's freezing cold.
Yeah.
But hey, listen, I want to just give a shout out to my Red Barn Riders RC brothers. Today is my 3-year anniversary as a member of the Red Barn Riders. Yeah. Wow. I thought it was longer, actually, but
it is. It's 4 years.
Brian's saying 4 years.
4 years?
What's up, Brian Horn?
Hey.
Is it 4 years, Brian, or what?
It's 4 years because I'm going on my third.
Oh, wow. I have to check that out, man.
Wow.
4 years. Wow.
So what's going on over there, LJ?
Getting ready for the winter barbecue, man. We got a lot of raffle prizes, got a lot of things going on. I got a bunch of new CDs, getting ready for that. Going to be DJing, and then we got Geezer afterwards. This is going to be a good party, man. I got a good feeling we're going to have a lot of people showing up this year. And I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm psyched up. And I think too, with the cold weather, it's been so cold the past week or so that a lot of people are looking for something to do,
Yeah.
Right.
There's not a lot to do out there, man, right now in this cold weather up here in the Catskill Mountains, unless you're a skier. If you're a skier and you like to do all that crazy stuff, snow tubing, which I do not. I mean, before my injury, when I could deal with the cold a little better, I went and did a few things. I go tubing once a year, maybe, and that was like, it was fun, but usually because my nieces and my nephews were young back then. And we'd all go out and do that. But, man, I'm ready to ride, man. I don't know. It's like I'm ready to get on the bike and just go ride. Get out
there. I know, man.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I had enough. I had enough.
Man, especially this freaking year. This right now, it's so cold in New York, man.
It is cold,
right?
Man.
Unbelievable.
Now, do you guys actually have snow on the ground right now?
Oh, yeah. We got snow like 4 or 5 inches out there, man. You know what? And listen, I never even heard of this, but I guess oil can gel. Have you ever heard of this? Oil gels. So the oil twice already this year in the oil tank, going the oil tank to the furnace, whatever you call the heating system there.
Right.
It's gelled up, so it shuts it down. So you got to wait till the temperature gets above 16 degrees so you can turn the thing back on.
Oh, my God.
Gelled. Yeah, you know what? Oof. So I got to use thank God my brother Bill, he gave me a kerosene heater, which I've used twice this year, man. I didn't use it last year. I think I used it the year before for when we had the power outage, but man, I mean, I never even heard of that. So I'm not happy, man. It's cold. It's cold. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
What about you, Johnny? You got any snow? Is there any snow down there in the city or on where you're at, or where you're at, Queens? Or
you know what? Let me see. Sunday they were saying, for Monday morning it's going to be snow, whatever. The city's going to get 8 to 6 inches or 6 to 8 inches, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. So I went and prepared myself. I bought a couple of bags of salt. I got the shovel ready. I got everything ready by the front door. And I woke up. I'm like, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow. I'm like, that's it? So I did a quick right down the path, the walkway with the shovel, and I was done. That was it. So nothing much. It's just cold. I can tell you, it was 8 degrees when I left the house on Tuesday. Yesterday was 19, and today was like 19 again. And tomorrow's supposed to be cold. And what happens with me is I keep forgetting to drain my air tanks on my work truck. I keep forgetting. I never did it. So
Never had to, right?
Well, then what happens now is I get my truck. I start out the day, and all of a sudden the alarms go off, and I'm losing all my air in my tanks, and they're freezing up. I got to pull over for half an hour, and I got to wait till they finally break through. And it's a pain in the ass. I got to tell you so. And again, I forgot to drain the tanks, and my truck's been sitting there. I didn't work today for 2 days, so we'll see what happens now. But let's bring it over to Brian Horn, man. What's up, Brian? Looking good?
Hey, thank you. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to see that Lucky is on here. Been praying for everything and all the action that the firefighters have been taking place over there. And yeah, come with the. I'm ready to ride right now because I can't stand it. This cold weather is killing me. Yeah. My bike already has about a foot of snow buried on top of it.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I had to put long sleeves on today. So.
Yeah. So what was it, 40 out there?
That's it. He's off the show. Enough.
Yeah, that's
jerk. We got to kidnap Lucky. Just bring him here like in late February or something. You know what I mean? No.
Hey, I was born in Poughkeepsie. Okay, I know cold. I mean, it gets pretty damn. Right?
You know it, but you probably forgot about it.
I don't try my damnedest to forget it. Yeah. I moved to Florida and then to Southern California for a damn good reason because I can ride with this shirt on.
Nice.
So
well, not today in Florida.
Nope.
So Bob.
Yeah, man.
We have a guest on with us tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about our guest?
Okay, we got Tracey McKenzie. He is the owner and one of the artists at Xtreme Kustom Paint. They do pinstriping, custom paint, but most of what they do is they go to rallies and they do custom pinstriping. There's 4 of the guys, and they tag team up, and they have a big tent, and they get the bikes in and out, and it's amazing to watch what they can do. And I've watched him even grow in the short time I've known him, in about a year and a half or so, and it's just nice to have him. So welcome, Tracey. How you doing?
Welcome.
Doing great.
Hey, Tracey.
For me.
So tell us about your company a little bit. How you got started and what's your influences there.
I guess I got started really back in high school. I mean, just love drawing, love doodling, things like that in class, the whole 9 yards. Just then the love affair for cars, motorcycles, things like that. Teenage boy, chasing girls, the whole 9 yards, all that thing. Wanted to get into that, and I just kept seeing it in hot rod magazines and on motorcycles, and just bought a brush and a can of paint and tried it till I figured it out, and just beat myself to death and a brush to death till I got it figured out and kept doing it. Still learning to this day, though, 30 years later. Turned it into a pretty successful airbrush career. Had airbrush t-shirt shops in a couple malls, doing the thing like you see at most tourist traps, and then started doing motorcycle refinishing and specializing in custom color match for Harley Davidson and the CVO program, where you buy a part and everybody tells you, oh, you can't get that paint, or it can't be painted, it can't be matched, all that kind of thing we listened to for years. And I just kind of got sick of hearing that, so I just kept pushing forward with it till I figured most of that out. And now that's kind of what we specialize in the shop is motorcycle repair and custom color match and factory color match. And then we pinstripe and letter and do a little bit of airbrushing on the road during all the motorcycle rallies, which has been fantastic. And like Bob said, we've grown the last few years. I've done motorcycle rallies, small ones by myself individually, for a few years. And we got approached, or I got approached by a friend of mine, mutual friend of Jesse James Dupree, called me. And Harley Davidson was looking for pinstripers to work for Harley Davidson at Sturgis at Jesse James Dupree's Full Throttle Saloon.
Nice.
And it just knowing the right person, the right time, and the right connections. And Jesse called me one day and gave me all the info on it. And he said, hey, they want 3 pinstripers. He said, do you want to hire 2 guys, or do you want me to find you 2 guys? And I thought, well, I'm not going to live with 2 people that I don't know or never met. So I made a few phone calls, made a few decisions, and got a couple guys, and it has just literally grown from there. So this will be our 5th year working for Harley Davidson at Sturgis, but we're also at Black Hills Harley Davidson, and they're a lot pinstriping bikes as well. So I've got 2 teams set up, 2 or 3 guys at one place, 2 or 3 guys at the other. So it's been a fantastic run. It's been great. It's been a one hell of a learning experience, but we just keep pushing forward and keep dealing with the wind, the weather, the motorcycles, the politics, you name it, just like everybody else has to do. Just keep making it happen.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Wow.
You're gonna be in Daytona this year?
Yeah, we'll be in Daytona in spring, and this will be our first year in the spring setting up at the Daytona International Speedway.
Okay, good spot.
We was there this past fall, and it was right after the hurricane, so we didn't do terrible, but it was everybody else had way more to deal with before we got there. So we applaud those people for even making a trip out to Daytona and getting a break from the damage from the hurricane and stuff that they had just got right before we got there. So we made the best of it, had a good time, and it seemed like everybody else did. So we're looking forward to this spring.
Excellent. Do you know where at the racetrack you're going to be set up? Did they give you a spot?
They haven't given me the spot yet, but I'm thinking it's somewhere in front of the Advent Health entrance. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but they do have they've got different entrances into the racetrack, and that's kind of the only way I know to judge it right now.
Yeah, I know. It's you got different ways to get in that place. It's like kind of like a left and a right to that place, But,
it
no
is.
What, you're going to do great there. That place is always jammed, man. That place always got something going on. So
we went down there this past spring when we was in Daytona. We was with Bob at the Boot Hill Outpost and done good there. But when it comes to having four guys in the booth that's able to work on 4 motorcycles at a time, we rely on volume a lot of the time. So it was great. We went there in the spring and we checked out the speedway, and we was completely blown away at how many people was packed into that speedway. It was unbelievable.
Awesome, man. What's up, Scott DeMonaco? He's another one that sets up at he's actually at the Cabbage Patch, Scott DeMonaco. He sells a lot of the rally gear stuff, so check him out too.
Yeah, for sure. We love getting out and checking other people out once I make new connections. That's how I met Bob. I met Bob in Arkansas, through one of my other friends at Pinstripes. Hey man, you got to meet Bob. And we just affectionately called him Sunglasses Bob ever since then. I mean, great friend, great to have in your corner, sharing contacts, sharing information to keep everybody growing and keep the rallies and the rally circuit growing. That's the only way to do it.
Absolutely.
Bob gets it.
I'm gonna have to come by and maybe I get some motorcycle mayhem on the back of my bike or something. You look like you do great work, man. Definitely want to
go. There you go. Now, Tracey, do you do both personally? Do you do both airbrushing and pinstriping yourself?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm the they kind of call me the jack of everything, I guess you could call it when we're together. So I do cutting and buffing and polishing the motorcycle paint and stuff like that. I do airbrush, pinstriping, traditional hand lettering and sign painting. You know, it's one of those things I always told myself that, look, if I can do one, I can do the other. And my thought when I was younger was, if I was airbrushing T-shirts in the mall, well, that business for us was busy through November and December and January.
Right.
And then out, you know, in the spring months, because everybody was out enjoying their summer and the spring. So then I learned to pinstripe, you know, or vice versa. And that just kind of, you know, just my thought was I got to be doing some kind of art so I could stay busy and do the art and not have to have a day job or, you know, working for somebody else and, you know, and doing that kind of stuff. Right. So I've been, I've had a couple day jobs and I worked at a couple body shops, you know, when I was younger, but it's all just the experience and knowledge that I have and I carry with me now.
I've watched a lot of those guys do that. It seems to me like the airbrushing is a little more forgiving. I mean, when you kind of go out of the lines, let's say, you can just kind of continue on and airbrush. But that pinstriping, though, that is a precision art. I mean, I look at some of that pinstriping that these guys do and those designs they do and stuff, and I just can't believe how straight the lines are, how even they are from side to side when you guys are doing almost like a mirrored image type thing. And it just amazes me that, the patience you have and the stability and this, that you have in your hand is just absolutely baffles the hell out of me. I mean, I can barely draw a circle myself. So,
well, believe it or not, we all got good days and bad days. What we tell everybody, sometimes it's a straight line day and sometimes it's not such a straight line day. We tease each other about it on the road, but everybody in my crew's got their strong points and weak points like anybody else, and that's part of having a good crew and a good team. I believe. I've got a guy that can pretty much lay laser straight lines with his eyes closed backwards and blindfolded. And then I struggle because I don't do them on a daily basis, but he does. I do more the fancy scroll dropping. So it kind of balances out. It's great.
Yep. Now, Tracey, I was curious. Now, do people come in there and tell you exactly what they want, kind of give you an idea, or do you just kind of do it yourself? I mean, or is it both?
It's kind of funny because we get a little bit of 50-50 in that area. We have a lot of people that come and say, "Hey, I don't know what I want. I just know I want something." Okay. And then you feel like a schmutz sitting and you're thinking about, I've never met this guy before in my life. I don't know anything about him or whatever. So I got to kind of talk to him and throw a couple colors, point a few things we have on display, and kind of feel a guy out in 10 to 15 minutes and figure out what I'm going to put on his $30,000 motorcycle. Hope you don't get mad.
Now, you were saying before,
we do have people that come up and they are diehard specific. They've thought about it. They've been thinking about it for a while, maybe a couple rallies, and we get to see a lot of people that come back and return customers. And I get to return customers like, "Hey, man, you know what I like? Just call me when it's done." They just leave the bike and walk off. They don't ask a price. They don't tell me anything. They just say, "Hey, see you later." And it's great. It's great to be able to have that.
Funny like that, right? Now, you were saying before you used to do stuff in the malls. You said you started off doing T-shirts in the mall?
Yeah, sure did.
All right, how was that? I mean, do you still do any types of T-shirts, or are you just strictly the bikes now?
I do T-shirts occasionally, and I like to say I pick and choose it. For friends or friends of mine's kids, things like that. It's great to be able to do it. I do miss doing that in the malls. I mean, because it's just such a fast-paced environment, and people are blown away. You come up, "Hey, can you paint, I don't know, Barney or Blue's Clues or something like that on a T-shirt?" 10 minutes.
I do a charity ride. My club does a charity ride. Every year I'm in charge of the shirt and all that. So I'm always looking for artists. That'll help us out because, like I said, every year I like to get a different design and stuff like that. So
sure.
But
well, I've done that, and I've done some stuff for some companies. I've airbrushed them an original image and sent it to them, and they can do what they wish with the image after I've painted it. And I've just recently, in the last year, started to do some of the digital stuff on the iPad with Procreate or whatever, and done a bit of designing, what I think is quite a bit of digital design in the past year, helping a few people out as I'm learning to do it. So I tell everybody, "Hey, usually I charge a tag on near nothing to do it because I'm learning the iPad as I'm going." So that's an option with me. I try not to turn down work just because I love what I do.
I hear that.
That's the best.
I know you said you started. You got to do a lot of this because of Jesse James Dupree. Have you been to the Full Throttle Saloon?
Yeah. So we actually go to the Full Throttle Saloon while we're out there. I got back into the rally circuit. I should be a little bit more clear of that. So I've done smaller rallies for local motorcycle clubs and hog chapters, things for 20 years. And I just wanted to put the money into going into Sturgis, the type of money that it takes to go out there, set up the tax bonds and all that stuff. and just kind of nervous about it being a one-man show at the time. And then when Jesse had called and asked me to come out and be a pinstriper for Harley Davidson at Full Throttle Saloon, there's a building there. We call it the Harley Building. That's between Jesse's the entrance to Pappy Hoyle and the they have there, the red building, and then Full Throttle Saloon. It's a big gray building where the Harley demo trucks set up and have all the rides. Inside that garage, they have Eagle Riders, renters. They have a couple barbershop girls, a tattoo guy, the Harley.
I've seen the show. I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's super cool, man. Dude. To me, going to Sturgis, I don't drink and I don't party, but I have nothing against it. All these things, but going to Sturgis or going to Full Throttle Saloon, I mean, there's something there for everybody at that event. If you go out there looking for a specific thing, you're going to find it. And if you're not looking for it and you don't know where to look, you're just going to keep on walking like any day, anywhere else in any other event. It's such a good time. And let me tell you what, I hate to sound like I'm a cheerleader for Jesse Dupree, but that guy, I mean, he works his tail off to make that happen out there at that place.
I love Jackal. Jackal is one of my favorite bands, man, for years.
Great, man.
Yeah, that boy's got some energy. I'll tell you that. That boy has got energy.
And Jesse's just that guy. I don't think he sleeps during the whole time at Sturgis. I don't think I've ever seen the guy, not be walking around and driving the lot.
I tell you, I had Jesse on the show 3 times. I gave away one of his guitars for Harley Davidson in Nassau County, and he did a run in Kentucky that we were on, going through the canyons, which was really cool. So we got he led the run in the motorcycles, Kentucky, going through the canyons, and then he sold his bourbon, which is really good. I got a bottle of his bourbon also. He's a great guy, and I'd like to have him back on the show again one of these days soon. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, he's a fantastic person.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So tell everybody where they can find you. You have a website and how they can get in touch with you.
I have a right now I'm working on having a website built. I have a Facebook business page, what I'm mainly afraid off of, the social media, and it's Xtreme Kustom Paint. It's spelled with an X, so XTREME, custom spelled with a K, KUSTOM, and paint PAINT. We've got that. My phone number 606-694-4530. I'm located in Raceland, Kentucky. Just probably about 25 minutes from Huntington, West Virginia, Marshall University is. So that's kind of how I geographically tell people where I'm at. Most people remember the movie We Are Marshall or Marshall University of the Thundering Herd.
Yeah, great movie.
Close to that.
All right, great. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show with
cool.
us. I'm going to come by in Daytona, come see you. And,
man, please look forward to it.
Yeah, I want to get something put on the bike. Absolutely.
So come put some.
Cool.
Have a good time.
So
I'm thinking a Cycle Fish on your bike would be nice. Cycle Fish logo.
Yeah, there you go.
No. Since he has the bagger in the back, you got to have one side is my stuff, the other side's her stuff, and the top one be more of her shit.
More of her stuff. Yeah.
My stuff, her stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm wearing my stuff. The rest of it's all her stuff.
I'll have to be pulling a little trailer for her. You know what I'm saying? So,
We feel a lot.
Tracy, thank you for coming on with us, man.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Anybody
I appreciate
got any
it.
more questions for Tracy?
Hey, Tracy, what day are you going to be at Daytona? What day are you going to arrive?
I usually try to get there 2 days before opening day. That gives me a day to get in and check everything out and the day to set up, and then we start on the day of opening day. So whatever. I don't have my dates in front of me. Just whatever the day is I'm usually there 2 days ahead of time.
All right, holler at me. We'll grab some lunch.
Oh, sounds good, Bob.
We will. We'll grab some lunch.
You're not invited, Johnny.
How do you feel about little Johnny? Lunch, Johnny? How does that happen?
They can't afford the steaks.
There you go.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll see you
Thanks,
soon,
Tracy. Great meeting you, man.
Daytona, brother. All right, man. So, Bob, you're getting ready to go out on the road, man. So, I'm going to say, if you are out there and you're at any bike event, Daytona, Sturgis, no matter where you are, where Bob's going to Nebraska this next week, look out for his big yellow trailer and go get some sunglasses and check it out.
Hear the shots fire, 1, 2, 3. Look in my eyes, there's nothing left to see. I'm going closer, closer. Are you ready? Shot like a switchblade, clearing my head. I'm getting jacked on the words that were said.
All right, we are
Missed
back.
that big old trailer.
What's up, everybody?
All right.
All right.
Oh, we
And
got a new president,
those
boys.
Yes, we do.
What was that?
I heard. That's what they tell me. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
How's California feel about the new president?
We're okay. We're okay with pretty much anything. I mean, just we'll see what happens. I mean, we're just looking forward to anything better. We just need
better,
to make things better. Anything better. Yep. So we're just looking forward to anything better.
Yeah.
And just okay, I just want to go backwards for 1 second, Bob. Don't forget, you mentioned Bob, and he's going to be at all these events coming up. Bob is going to send me a schedule. So if you're looking to, if you want to know where Bob is at these events, you can come out to Cycle Fish. And if you click on those events, we will have at the bottom of the event listing, we will have Bob's logo down there with the exact location he's going to be, because some of these events are pretty big and you have to go find Bob. He may be at the Harley Davidson dealer down the street or out the backside of this parking lot or that parking lot. So come and check us out and you can find Bob. All right. Or well, let's say optic armor. Optic armor. We're looking for optic armor. Bob's just the icing on the cake that he's there. So
there you go. I will get that to you after I get back from the show this weekend. That's my time to sit down and do my schedule. And you're not the only one asking. All my friends and other vendors like, where's Bob going to be? Because that's where we want to be. So I don't know if their theory is correct in that, but I like to have those people join me.
You should create a book. Where's Bob?
No, I was just going to say,
they got T-shirts.
We should do like how Where's Waldo, and you have Where's Bob, and everybody on the phone trying to find him.
They got T-shirts. Over by the Einhorst that say what, Bob? Fuck Bob.
You know what, Bob?
Right?
Fuck you, Bob.
Fuck you.
You know what, Bob? That's a great idea. What I want you to do, we've got a pretty big reach on social media. Our group now is hitting. We just reached 150,000 people in that biker crap group out there. We've got another 60,000 follow us on our Cycle Fish page on Facebook, and then of course Cycle Fish is getting hundreds of thousands of visitors a year. Every time you arrive in a new town, take a picture of the Optic Armor trailer next to something unique. Not a sign that says Boston, Massachusetts, but something unique. And let's start where's Bob? And we're going to post a picture and see who can guess as you're coming into town or whatever. If you got a landscape or something that a small percentage of the people would know, but if you know it, you know it kind of thing. And let's do a where's Bob idea. as you travel.
That's a great idea. Absolutely.
We'll do things that people that almost look like Bob. Is that Bob? That's not Bob.
Yeah.
Is that Bob? That's not Bob. You know what I'm saying?
We got to make it hard, kind of like Where's Waldo. I mean, they didn't make it easy, otherwise they would have called it There's Waldo.
Right.
We got to make it a little bit hard. I mean,
he's going to always be next to a giant yellow banana, so he's going to kind of give himself away here. It's not like Waldo.
Don't talk about my banana that way.
No, we know it's Bob, and we know where to find Bob. But what we want to do is we want people to identify where that trailer.
Where is it?
I got
sure.
you.
And Bob's standing next to it.
And
then maybe you can do something else. What you can do is you can get like 50 people at the event, all put on a pair of sunglasses, stand real close together, and then see if we can guess which one Bob is.
That they have bought.
Yeah.
There you go. Or they will buy as soon as they put them on and stand in the picture.
And what we'll do is if they actually come by and say, "Hey, I saw this," on the Facebook page or whatever, maybe they might win a T-shirt. Or a pair of sunglasses.
There you go.
If they, say, they have to show me the picture and say, "Hey, I found you."
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm thinking a T-shirt with a pair of sunglasses on the front, and it says, "I met Bob."
There you go. I met Bob.
I met Bob.
I know Bob. I found Bob.
There you go.
I found Bob.
There you go. All right, so let's kick it off to LJ and Brian. I'm sorry, would you say something, Bob?
I was just going to say I started writing a book. Somebody mentioned a book earlier, and I'm actually in the process of that. It might take me a year, but I'm well on my way. Things are rolling really well, and it just hit me one day, and I watched a movie called Almost Famous, and it got me thinking. And I used to own a magazine, and I've done writing for many magazines and newspapers, and so I sat down and it's flowing. It is just flowing out of me. So it's fun. We'll see where it goes.
I just finished my first book too. And maybe in 5 more years, I'll read another one.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a coloring book.
Yeah. So let's
put some pictures between the lines.
And we're going to talk about we got the barbecue coming up, boys, right?
Oh, yeah. You got that picture I sent you? There we go. All right.
So Let's go. Let's hear about it.
Oh my God! Well, we got so much going on, man. I mean, Brian, what do you got going on for that event that day? I mean, I know we had they just had the meeting and we're talking about a lot of things. I mean, we are working on so many projects for this upcoming year. I mean, the Red Barn Riders. I mean, we've gotten some new members, and the members have been very, very. They've helped fuel the fire. You know what I mean? The fire of motivation, and so many great things we are working on. But I tell you, the winter barbecue is one of my favorites. It really is. Nathan's riding the winter barbecue, and but the winter barbecue, we got there's gonna be fires outside. I mean, starting off, you're gonna be an inside event, but it's gonna be campfires. One out front, one out in the back. There's gonna be raffles, lots of raffle prizes to win. I am gonna be DJing from 1 to 6. Okay. I got a lot of new music. I got a lot of new music out there. I just got some CDs in and everything like that, and I'm gonna be playing that. I'm gonna be making announcements. We got new Red Barn Rider, Friends of Red Barn Rider t-shirts and sweatshirts. I mean, these shirts came out awesome. I think people are going to be really, really into them. I mean, we had them and people are buying them like crazy.
Don't forget, we also have the zip-up sweatshirts as well.
Yeah, we got the zip-ups and the pullover sweatshirts. I mean, a lot of you got half the people want pullovers, half the people want zippers. So we said, hell, let's get them both, man.
There you go.
It's got a great design in the back. We're going to be doing like the raffles, and we got the vendor. We got some awesome vendors. We got Heather with the hats. Who else we got the vendors, Brian? You know?
If I remember correctly, we have, like you said, Heather, sweet hats by Heather Lane. She does all these beautiful designs. Then we're going to have Jen Duncan, who does tumblers like these, like how we have. We're also selling our own. Then I have a gentleman that's his name's Travis. I can't remember his last name offhand, but he does a company called Eat with Aliens. It's all this hot sauce and everything else and stuff.
Oh boy!
Some of it has THC mixed in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alien DNA and the hot sauce.
Are they mean illegal aliens or ones from space?
No. They're supposed to one from space.
That's how we're gonna get them. Even the aliens, and they show up and we nail them and we get them out of here. That's what's gonna happen.
I'm just gonna wear my ice jacket. But as LJ says, as he'll be playing as a DJ, myself, I'll be at the door from 1 to 3, and then from that on, I don't know where I'll be. Probably still at the door because that's how it usually happens.
Yeah, somebody's not going to show up.
Yeah,
we're gonna try to see how many hamburgers I can actually eat in a day.
Yeah, I forgot to mention we got food, man. We're gonna have food supplied by the Blackthorn Resort. Man, they put out. We started off with just hamburgers and hot dogs, okay? So they started off with hamburgers and hot dogs and a bunch of side dishes they put out. And then they saw the people, they put out these chicken they weren't chicken nuggets, they were like chicken tenders, I guess they were. They were really, really good, man. Then last year, their food was even better. I didn't get to eat as much last year because I was busy. And I know this year, they're even more excited. I mean, this year is going to be different. People are getting rooms. We usually do it on a Sunday because it was the Sunday that was dead between the football games, the last football game and then the Super Bowl. Yeah. But it has grown. It has grown so big that people were complaining. People were complaining, going, listen, man, this event, I can't go. It's on a Sunday. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Just come have a beer or two. And they're like, listen, that party is so much fun. I get too drunk and I got to go to work on Monday. You guys it wasn't just one or two people. It was like everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you got to move this to a Saturday. So we talked to the Blackthorn, we talked to the club, talked to each other, and we said, listen, we got to do this on a Saturday, man.
Good
and
decision.
People are looking forward to it now. People are coming in Friday nights. They're coming in. They're going to be partying. We got 1 to 6, and then we got the after party, which is going to be with Geezer. Geezer is an awesome band. I mean, I love these guys. I mean,
yeah.
And I mean this in the most sincere way possible. I mean, there are bands that sound better than Geezer, that play a little better, but I will take Geezer any day because when you go to most shows, you're listening to the band. When you're going to a Geezer show, you're partying with Geezer, and that's just that vibe, man. I mean, they sound great. Don't get me wrong; they sound great, but they just got this party vibe to them.
Well, that was the thing. It's about is they won our Battle of Bands of the 2024.
Yeah,
and the main thing is it was a really toss up between them and another band, which for life of me I can't remember the names.
Luster Kings, if I'm not mistaken.
Something that or Breakout
Kings. Yeah, they were great too. Great band.
Yeah, they were great, but the only problem was is, the Breakout Kings, they played their music. People were like, yeah, okay, sure. Geezer got on stage, and we had people that came from back where the bar was, came up to the stage and were partying, and they were dancing and having a great time. That's what we were looking for.
Well, let me tell you, too, about that show. If everybody gives me a second here, we do that Battle of the Bands. And last year, I got to say, the Breakout Kings, I thought for certain the Breakout Kings were going to win because each band gets 20 minutes, right? Each band gets 20 minutes. And most bands, what they'll do is they'll do 3 or 4 songs. Boom, 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 boom. Cover songs they play and all that. But what the Breakout Kings did, which blew me away, was they played 20 minutes straight, but they went did 2 minutes of this song, right into another song, right into another song, right into another song. It really reminded me of, if you see the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, when the guy goes on stage and he does 5 or 6 or 7 of their songs and he just keeps mixing them together, goes one to the other. So, I mean, these guys were awesome, the Breakout Kings. But the thing that really put Geezer above and beyond is, like I said, you just can't help but party with these guys. And that's what it is, man. So we wanted to have where we have the party so people can talk to each other, when they're at the barbecue, people can network because we've all been locked in our cabins, our homes and all that with not a lot to do. So we're looking for something to do, and people want to get out and talk and BS and all that. So that's what we said, you know what? Instead of having a band, we'll have the band after. We'll do the after party. So a lot of this came together. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Johnny's coming up. I'm excited, to be hanging out with my brothers, and I'm excited to get drunk.
Absolutely.
You got to have a goal.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Hopefully, we'll have some Rocka Vodka with us too.
We'll have Rocka Vodka with us. I'm gonna try to get some T-shirts from Rocka Vodka and a bunch of stuff like that and.
Some micro dots.
Micro dot what?
Oh, nobody's talking about the helmets. We're just talking about real micro dots. We're talking about real micro dots. Bring it up. We're gonna go really crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
micro dots. Okay.
we already know that Lucky can't draw a circle, so a dot's gonna be out of the question for him.
Yeah, so. That's out of the question.
Yeah, micro dot was something a lot different than back in the 80s.
Yeah, it did. No, that was. I think it was more like the 70s. You guys are
big
young.
Bubble
it was more like
helmets.
the 60s.
What are you talking about? I was going to say
60s or 70s. Yeah.
So, Lucky, tell us about some events that are coming up.
Oh man, there is a lot of stuff here. Let me get this up here. So the first big thing we got coming up, we just went past Gibtown, and I heard Gibtown was a great time. Our good friend Gary Michael was down there. He was the MC for the event. He did his show down there. That was a great time. That's a fun event happening down there. We've got some other major rallies. Again, when you go to Cycle Fish, there's a button there that says major motorcycle rallies. If you want to know the ones that are happening that you're going to travel to, you could check those out without having to sort through all the, all the local poker runs and jumping around from state to state. What we got coming up big, though, is we got Thunder by the Bay coming up here in the middle of February. That's happening down in Sarasota, Florida. That's a music and motorcycle festival. They have got some great bands showing up for that event down there. They've got Blue Oyster Cult, Grand Funk Railroad, Creed Fisher, and tons and tons of local and regional talent down there, and it's for a great cause. It's all going to the Suncoast Charities for Children, and they can always use our help, and they can even use it more this year after the devastating hurricane there in the Sarasota area. Following that, we've got and we've got a couple of indoor events coming up. So if you guys are getting tired of the cold, Colorado's got the Motorcycle Expo coming up here February 1st and 2nd. That's a gigantic event if you're out in the Rocky Mountain area. One of the biggest indoor motorcycle expos going on in that whole Rocky Mountain area out there. The Indiana Power Sports Expo is coming up the middle of February. Motorama's coming up there in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Another indoor show. So there's a lot of indoor stuff coming up. And then, of course, Bike Week starts on February 28th down in Daytona Beach. And that's the kickoff of everything happening outside. So that's going to be a great event. I've heard a lot of great things. I'm getting a lot of feedback from people heading down to Daytona for the first time in a long time. So it's going to be good. So yeah, just check it out. There's a lot of stuff. We're working with a lot of people. Kentucky Bike Rally, our good friends at Kentucky Bike Rally they're planning on putting a blowout show on this year. So if you're down
blowout?
in the a little blowout event. Blowout's not going to be there. But if you're
talking about blowout himself.
No, they're planning on really blowing this year out. They've focused on really marketing this event this year. They've got a lot more room down there for a lot more people. It's held in Sturgis, Kentucky. It used to be called the Little Sturgis Rally, and then there was some disputes about using the name Sturgis, even though you can't trademark the name of a city. The rally actually takes place in Sturgis, Kentucky, but so now it's called the Sturgis Kentucky Bike Rally. So that's going to be a great show this year.
Awesome.
That comes up in July. Arizona Bike Week is happening April. Bob, I believe you're going to be out at Arizona Bike Week, right?
I will be in Arizona at.
Okay, then we're going to get to meet face to face. I will definitely. That's we're moving Arizona. We're moving Arizona in October, so I'm going to plan one of our trips. We're doing some recon.
Of the legends.
We're doing some recon missions out to Arizona to find out exactly where we want to live. So I will make sure that one of those is on that weekend of April 2nd through April 6th on Arizona Bike Week, and Bob and I are going to get to meet face to face, and hopefully,
very cool.
We'll be sitting side next to each other doing the radio show on that Wednesday of that week.
Sounds good.
You're gonna see
but
Bob
Lucky, you can't play the game.
I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play Where's Bob?
No, you can't win.
I found Bob.
I guarantee a T-shirt.
We're going to play. Who in the hell is that sitting next to Bob?
Right, there you go.
So you guys don't even know what's going on over here. I mean, on the other side of this camera, I'm not going to get into it.
What?
All good stuff for me, not for you guys. For me.
All good stuff. What's going on? Yeah. He's got a big big smile.
What's going on, Johnny?
You better behave yourself.
And Rock and Roll for Cure is actually watching. What's up, Rock and Roll?
Hey, there you go.
But yeah,
that's our lovely Dawn.
Yes, our beautiful Dawn.
Yep.
So anyway,
Hi, Dawn.
Everyone says hello.
All right, so that pretty much wraps it up out there. Just check Cyclefish. I can't go through all of them. I think this year, this is the biggest year of what we call major motorcycle events that we've had in a while, because a couple of them went away from during the COVID time. They're finally coming back. They had to put it on hold. They didn't make any money for 2 years, so it took them a while to sometimes it takes a while to get that wheel turning again and get those sponsors back, those vendors back, and everything. So we've got like 40 some odd what we call major rallies, which is over 10,000 people showing up at these rallies. So and that goes up to the 20, 30,000.
Nice.
People. So get out there, check it out, get out there, do something, and most important, support all those people at the rallies. These people, they've gone through some tough times too, and they need your support. Buy from the local vendors, support the bands, go into the local towns, and show them how much you appreciate them letting us come to town and bring all these motorcycles to town, and buy some stuff from the local shopkeepers in town when you roll into these towns. Don't just go and make a lot of noise and leave beer cans all over their street and pull out. So yep, show them some respect.
All right, man. So, Bob, you got anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yep, I will be this weekend at the Midwest Motorcycle Show and Swap Meet in South Sioux City, Nebraska. That is January 25th and 26th. And so it's going to be a good one. I've never been there, but I've had some other vendors encourage me to go. So I got in the lineup, and they're going to let me last in, first out. So that'll be good for me. Also, hey, everybody, I want to tell you, check out the Ricky Medlock band. Ricky Medlock, guitarist for Leonard Skinner and Blackfoot. Check him out. He's got his own band. They're going to be at the Plaza Theater in Glasgow, Kentucky. Also, that is the 24th of January, and on the 25th, they'll be at Penn's Peak in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Check out the Ricky Medlock Band, like their Facebook page, and go out and see them. We may have some news on that later.
Oh, nice.
How long does it take you to get to Nebraska, Bob?
About 10 hours, I think it says on the map.
Okay.
Depending on the weather.
Oh, man, weather's going to be killing.
But I'm excited. The trailer's ready, man. Trailer's been all redone, completely redone inside and out. We're excited. It's looking good. It's popping. New lighting, everything, man. It's really popping. I'm excited.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to be there. We'll be at the Boot Hill Outpost in Daytona Beach at the in Ormond, just between Iron Horse and the Beaver Bar. We're on the, I guess you call it the east side of the road.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to the Boot Hill Outpost. It's not downtown. It's right between, like I say, almost directly across from the Iron Horse Saloon. We got some great vendors on our lot, good food, good vendors. You get tires, oil change, you name it. It's all, you can get a lot of products on our lot. So we're excited. Boot Hill Outpost. Other than that, everybody, thanks. Have a good week. Thanks for another great job, guys. It's always good talking with you.
You too, man.
You too, Bob.
So real quick, Dawn is down in Florida, and she's trying to get Rock and Roll for a Cure, up and going in Florida now, and she came across, a Elks motorcycle polka run, which was pretty awesome. She sent me a little bit of video with that. Check it out. The bike's going out. It's my bike, smaller club hat. They had a bunch of bikes. It's just one of those polka runs that we can't have here right now because it's freaking cold.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
snowmobile.
You have to dress up, yeah.
We are raffling off this Harley Davidson Street Bob 114. Beautiful bike, guys. It's $100 per chance. Only 300 chances. Your $100 will put you in a raffle for 21 prizes. And these 21 prizes could be the motorcycle, could be a jacket, could be the motorcycle and the jacket, could be the motorcycle jacket and the gloves. You can win all 21 prizes. Who knows? Your $100 is going to go far. 100% of the proceeds are all going to the Rock and Roll for a Cure. Patients, if they need medicine, food, a ride, a massage, whatever they may need, Rock and Roll for a Cure will take care of them. And your money, your donations will help them help them. So check out rockandrollforacure.org. You can donate right there. And you can actually go in for the bike right there for the raffle. Get in on it. We had a guy win from Cyclefish last year.
Yep.
He found it on Cyclefish. He lived in Jersey.
Found it on Cyclefish, yep.
And he won. So check that out, boys.
Nice.
And that's it, man. I got my thing. Oh, by the way, leatherup.com, the promo code wasn't working, but now it is.
Oh.
So if you go to leatherup.com and use promo code Mayhem, you'll get 20% off your order. So make sure you go. What's that?
I spent like $10,000 out there, so you owe me $400.
There you go.
Because the code wasn't working.
So go there, go to leatherup.com, go get the flannels, get a jacket, get whatever you need, gloves, pants, whatever you want. They have it all.
Buy it all.
Check them out, man.
They do have it all. They do have it all.
They do.
Got it all.
So, all right, Mister, anything you like to add there, Mr. Lucky?
Yeah, I just want to. You got a second? We got a minute or two
1,000.
here.
What happened?
What happened?
I'm waiting for LJ.
Oh, I thought you were going to come to me on the
Oh,
screen,
you. I'm sorry.
man.
I
There
thought
we
that
go.
was
All right. I was just waiting.
That was me. That was me, Johnny.
Hey. So listen, I just want to remind everybody, listen, Red Barn Riders RC, I know I talked about the Winter Barbecue before, but I want people to know that, listen, please, I know Lucky and Bob and everybody's been sharing this event for us and all that. But I want people to know that the stuff we do, the money's not going in our pockets. It's not going to buy us beer or anything like that. The money we raise all goes to the community, all right? Our local communities, we got like 4 counties around us, and even beyond that, where we help people out. I mean, we get stories, we get people contacting us, and, we can't help everybody because we don't have enough money, but we try to help as many people as we can. So when you come to our event and it's only $10 and you get free food and all that, and you get to listen to me DJ and listen to bands and all that and have a great time, all that money is going, like, a lot of biker events, all that money is going to help this local community and everything like that. I know a lot of people come up from Long Island and come from different areas and all that, but we're helping our community. And when you guys have your events, let us know. We'll try to get out there. But please, I can't stress this enough. We do a lot of work for these events. Any help anybody can do out there. I know Lucky and Bob and Johnny, we've all helped a lot so far, but I'm talking about the other people out there, the audience. If you could help promote this event, go to our webpage, Red Barn Riders RC on Facebook, check it out, and just really, really share that event, because we had 2 events this last year that got rained out. And let me tell you, anybody who's worked on an event, when you spend 4, 5, 6 months working on an event, and it gets rained out, it's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. So we really need this one to be successful, All
right, man. So you heard the man, everybody? Share that event. Right there. Brian, you want anything?
Yeah, I just want to add a couple things real quick on a note, like how LJ said, is we're just literally a 501c3 charitable organization, and we really do. And especially myself, as being a chaplain and an ordained minister, I actually love helping out people. So if they need help, please contact us, all this other stuff. On the other side note is, Bob, stop telling everybody where you're going to be. You could say you're going to be in Daytona, but not tell them where your location is, because that's cheating.
He's a salesman. He needs people.
Bob,
go to his
fuck
booth
that. I need to make money.
Yeah, Bob needs to make money.
The game's cool, but he needs
Right.
money.
Yeah. The game is a whole nother option there.
Yeah. The game is
and the only prize you get is whatever Johnny leaves his leftovers when he goes to a restaurant.
There's
yeah.
nothing left.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna tell you, that ain't gonna be much. Man.
Leftovers. What the hell are leftovers?
I am on a diet right now. I am on a diet.
Oh yeah,
You
come on, Johnny.
you better left to have Louis leave something.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
The winner gets a T-shirt.
We know Louis ain't got no
I'm
T-shirt.
gonna have to mail one out. God, I'm so bad at that. I still owe Lucky T-shirts from 4 years ago.
I know. Actually, back when you used to have to spin and win on your show, my wife won a T-shirt.
Yeah,
on
you
that was before I was even a guest on your show. We just called in the show, and she won a T-shirt on your show. But that's
Lucky.
what
I feel bad. My wife has 2 of them already.
That's what happens. It's like the real listeners get all their shit right.
I gotta get my. You know what it is? I gotta get to my warehouse. When I'm not in a rush, I swear to God, every day in my life, man, I'm in a rush to do something. And now that I'm also involved in Rocking the Road, it's like my life is just. Yeah. So I gotta get a minute and go to my warehouse and get the T-shirts and send them out. That's what I gotta do. So hopefully.
You need an assistant, man. You need an intern.
I'm just messing with you, Johnny. I'd love to have a T-shirt, but I know you're a busy guy.
I will.
Right.
I got all brand new ones. I got every size. I got a shitload here.
Don't rub it in. Now you're just rubbing it in, Johnny.
I got a whole shitload of shirts, and I got them in every size, and they're the coolest shirts in the world, but you ain't got one.
You're beautiful, man.
All right, so.
Well, if you look at it, we haven't got any cycle fish shirts yet either.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't seen the
I know.
cycle fish shirt yet.
I don't usually. We ran out of them before we started doing this shit.
No, you gotta go with the better one. It's this one right here.
That is the Motorcycle Mayhem Radio national shirt right there.
National shirt.
National. Limited edition.
Where'd you get that?
Some guy with a weird, what do you call it?
Easy.
Come on,
easy.
Right here
My brain's friend. Twinkie fan.
The Twinkie.
The Twinkie mobile.
Yeah, I love
Twinkies. But no, on the other note that I did want to say is as of my standing, is one, thank God now we do have somebody that's going to be in our office that helps push issues that we need to be pushed and not put on a side burner. The other portion I want to try to say is, and especially for Lucky, if you could please pass along the prayers and everything else to those firefighters out there that they're doing an awesome job. I know how tough it is and how it is, and please stay safe while you're out there.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. And I'm sure the firefighters appreciate that because they're unsung heroes out there sometimes. And,
one of my friends is out there. He's a smoke jumper.
Well, we're glad to have him. We're glad for everybody that sent all the support out. It's it's really helped us out a whole lot. Getting the support of all those agencies from around the country. It's amazing. Those people. I saw some pictures on the news, some aerial footage of just rows. I mean, look like they were having a parade of fire trucks just barreling in to California. And and the thing about it, a lot of these guys, like you said, your friend's a smoke jumper, but a lot of these guys work metropolitan areas or urban or suburban areas. They don't know how to go out there in the middle of the woods, but you know what? They're coming out here anyway, and they're doing what they can. I mean, they know how to fight a fire, and they're coming out here. That this is totally new to them, and they're learning on the job, and they're out there in the middle of the woods compared to being in an apartment building or a residential structure, and they're learning how to fight fires. So God bless every one of them. Thank everybody that's done a whole lot, and if you can, go out to the Red Cross. The Red Cross has been amazing out here. The Red Cross has been absolutely amazing with the shelters they set up. Make a donation to the Red Cross. And there's a lot of small charities out here. You can find them online. Just do a search and be careful. There's a lot of scammers out there trying to take advantage. Don't just go with the Facebook ad that we're starting a GoFundMe page. Go to the true organizations, and somebody that can really use the help. We talked about it earlier. Are the humane societies and the animal shelters. Sure. I mean, those are the ones that don't have the publicity to get the donations that they need. I mean, they're running low on dog food trying to feed the hundreds of animals that they took in during these fires. So go out there, make a small donation. If you're in the area, grab a couple bags of dog food from the Walmart or Costco and run up to the nearest pet shelter and just give it to them.
Wait.
You know.
Sounds great.
All right.
Lucky. Well,
all right. Thanks, everybody.
Watching tonight.
Lucky, be safe. Talk to you next week.
All right.
All right. So make sure you go check out Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on Facebook. Like and follow our page. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our channel, Instagram, TikTok. And don't forget, this show will also be on our podcast, which will be iHeart, Google, Apple, Spotify. Hey, Alexa, whatever you want. Wherever you get your podcast from, check out Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. Follow us on all those platforms. We'll see you next week.
I'll check with my grandkids. Find out how to do that.
Check with the grandkids. We'll see you next week. We are out of here. Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All righty.
Peace, brothers.
Good night.